Everyone wants to be happy. But here's the paradox: the more we chase happiness, the more it seems to slip away. What if I told you that happiness is less about constant smiles, and more about how our brains, minds, and daily choices align? In this video, we'll explore the psychology of happiness, and by the end, you'll see your own pursuit of happiness in a completely new light. The science behind why happiness feels so fleeting. The hidden myths that make us miserable when we expect too much. Practical, research-backed ways to cultivate joy and resilience. And one surprising truth: happiness isn't something you find, it's something you practice. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change the way you see yourself, and the way you chart your life's course. Let's begin with a story. Imagine Sarah. She's just landed her dream job, doubled her salary, and even moved into a beautiful new apartment. For weeks, she's thrilled. But slowly, the excitement fades, and she's back to scrolling her phone at night wondering, why don't I feel happier? This is called the hedonic treadmill. In psychology, it's the observation that humans quickly adapt to positive changes. That promotion, that new car, that vacation, they boost mood briefly, but our brains soon normalize. Psychologists like Sonia Lubomirsky remind us, happiness is not a permanent destination, it's a fluctuating state influenced by genetics, circumstances, and daily practices. The myth that happiness is a finish line is exactly what keeps us from feeling it more deeply. So, what actually happens in the brain when we feel happy? Dopamine spikes when we anticipate rewards. It's the neurotransmitter of motivation. Serotonin regulates mood stability, helping us feel calm and balanced. Oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, surges during connection, trust, and love. And endorphins give us those natural highs during exercise or laughter. But here's the twist: these chemicals aren't designed to keep us euphoric forever. They rise, fall, and reset. That's why expecting permanent happiness is biologically unrealistic. Neuroscience teaches us that instead of chasing peaks, we should focus on rhythms, building daily rituals that sustain well-being over time. Another common trap is confusing happiness with pleasure. Pleasure is immediate. It's that sweet dessert, a shopping spree, or binging a show. It's dopamine-driven. Happiness, in psychology, is deeper. It involves meaning, purpose, and alignment with our values. Psychologist Martin Seligman, founder of positive psychology, describes happiness as not just hedonic well-being, pleasure, but also eudaimonic well-being, a life of growth, contribution, and connection. Here's the key: a life full of pleasure but empty of meaning often leaves us hollow. But a life that balances joy with purpose, even if sometimes difficult, creates lasting fulfillment. If happiness is so essential, why is it so hard? Psychology gives us a few answers. Negativity bias: our brains evolved to focus on threats more than positives. Survival first, joy second. Social comparison: in the age of Instagram, we measure our worth against curated snapshots of others. Unrealistic expectations: the belief that life should always feel good makes ordinary days seem disappointing. Here's a story. A man once told his therapist, "If I'm not happy all the time, something must be wrong with me." The therapist replied, "What's wrong is the belief you should always be happy." Sometimes, the pressure to be happy is the very thing that keeps us trapped. Now, let's get practical. Research shows happiness is shaped by intentional actions. Here are 5 practices supported by psychology. Gratitude journaling: writing 3 things you're thankful for daily rewires your brain for positivity. Acts of kindness: helping others boosts oxytocin and creates reciprocal joy. Mindfulness meditation: training attention calms the mind and lowers stress. Physical activity: exercise releases endorphins and improves brain health. Deep relationships: the Harvard study of adult development, the longest study on happiness, found the clearest predictor of well-being isn't money or fame, but quality relationships. these aren't hacks. They're practices, like tending a garden. The more consistent, the more growth. So maybe happiness isn't about chasing constant joy, but about cultivating balance. It's about finding beauty in small moments, a walk, a conversation, a sunrise. It's about weaving meaning into your days, even during storms. In psychology, we call this psychological flexibility, the ability to hold both joy and struggle without letting either define you completely. True happiness isn't the absence of sadness, but the resilience to navigate life's waves with grace. Let's recap. Happiness is not a trophy at the end of the race. It's a practice, a rhythm, a way of being. By understanding the myths, the brain science, and the daily practices, you can begin steering your own ship toward calmer, more fulfilling waters. If this journey resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Remember, this is educational, not medical advice, and if you ever feel stuck in deep sadness, please reach out to a professional or call the US 988 crisis line.